Cigar Smoking 101.
Well, here we are.
Here we are. Don't know if that's proof or not, but I always look forward to, of course, having a cigar anytime. And I'm really going to impress you. Well, maybe I won't impress you what I'm smoking today. Intenso.
I am impressed.
Right?
I am impressed, yeah.
You spurred Intenso.
That's one of my favorites
Right.
that I smoke quite often, so.
You know what, I was getting kind of like tired, and I was like, let me get something maybe to wake me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Or send you to the ER.
Or not. But you know what? I don't know, maybe the one time when I did have it, it was really strong, but this one is just right.
Yeah.
Just enough kick to it, little burny on the tongue to start.
Never know how a
But,
cigar is going to hit you. You know?
Never know, but this one is really burning really nice. And, it's a nice price cigar too. It's not gonna kill you.
Yeah. Very,
Right?
very moderately priced, easy box
Nice
purchase.
everyday cigar.
Yeah, it does not break the bank. I mean, I think for the box you're looking at, like a $5 cigar.
Yeah. Because you ever get yourself caught, you're looking in the humidor, all the different cigars, and you go from price range, you can go all over.
Oh, yeah.
And I always catch myself in that position is, you only live once, and how much am I really going to spend on cigars in a month, right? You only live once.
That's it.
And then it's like you go in the humidor, it's
know,
like, where am I going to put this?
I mean, I really don't look at price, when I buy a cigar. I mean, I look at what do I want? What am I interested in? What am I going to have? I don't, it's a $25 cigar or an $8 cigar or a $6 cigar. It's what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah, but now I'm talking about, because when you buy boxes.
Yeah.
My certain fiber soul cigars, I always like to have boxes.
Got that rotation.
Got the rotation in the box, and I'm thinking, I go home and I can't fit any more in my unit. I said, well, you only live once, right?
That's all right. We got lockers here. We
Put
get you
them
locker.
in there too.
There's always room. I was talking to a guy today, and he keeps, hey, you get me on Yeho? Have you gotten any on Yeho? Have you gotten any on Yeho? I mean, and it's been slow, through COVID and everything else. Everybody's slow. And he's like, well, I still have like 5 or 6 boxes. He's like, but I still want, and he does it the right way, because you never know when you're going to get into that where they're not available.
You might go a year or even more.
So when they come in, he buys what he wants to buy, and then
always has
you don't have to worry about it, But he's looking to buy these now for December next year, trying to make sure that his comfort zone is probably having 5 boxes on hand.
But you know what? You don't know either too, because sometimes they could maybe they're not going to have the wrapper, and they're just going to say, well, we can't make no more.
Yeah,
or a blend, or they'll just do away with it. Have you seen that with cigars?
Well, sure.
Whether they're filler, binder, or wrapper they can't get, or they can't make this cigar. Or
what happened 4 years ago.
But not only that, but think of it this way, we may sell some or we may smoke a lot of it, but when they look at the big picture, maybe it's really not a big seller for them, it's not worth them making it. Just because...
A lot of times, like what we're selling and sell a lot of, doesn't mean it's selling nationally.
And if they're only doing, I don't know what their thing is on saying, well, it's not really worth making this cigar anymore.
I had a guy come in years ago, probably 15 years ago, one of the big guys in one of the bigger cigar companies that we deal with. And, this is our #1 selling SKU. We sell tons of it, and I've carried it. It doesn't sell for us.
Yeah.
As I put 100 boxes in here, and you'll come back in 6 months, and there'll be 100 boxes here. But it's not going to sell everywhere. It doesn't always necessarily mean.
That's what a lot of brands and a lot of products are like that. So just because we smoke it and like it and sell a lot of it, but in the grand scheme of a company making that cigar, saying, it's not worth us making a couple 100 boxes a year. We're just gonna do away with it. And sure, they're coming out with something new.
Well, especially now when employees are at a premium, and they can't fit as many employees in. They got to sacrifice something. And certain SKUs just aren't gonna. It doesn't make sense to roll.
They're not gonna make the cut.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to roll. I mean, are you gonna have a roller? Roll an $8 cigar or a $16 cigar or a $2 cigar or a $10 cigar. I mean, they've got to make decisions,
No doubt.
So I'm smoking the Tabernacle today.
Okay, never.
You know.
I probably should
Tabernacle's
have a long time
by
ago.
Nicholas Melillo.
Mhm.
He makes a lot of really good stuff.
He was the
There's-
one originally
with Drew Estate, him and Steve
Liga,
Sacca were
Liga.
the creators of Liga Privada. I mean, this is one of the first cigars that he came out with. I mean, he's come out with quite a bit since. But I always go back to this. I'm a big Liga Privada number 9 fan, and this is very, very similar, different, but along the same lines. But it's something I know is always going to be an enjoyable smoke.
Yeah.
And this is a different size that I haven't smoked yet, that we've gotten in. I mean, it's just, I think it's the Robusto, you know what I mean? But normally I smoke a Toro or like we got the
Little
double
bit bigger,
Corona or something a little bit bigger, but
Yep.
nice ring gauge. 50 ring gauge, perfect cigar.
So I'll tell you a little story. So trying to get a lot of landscaping done around Capriati. There's a lot there, patios and trimming, because last year we really didn't do much because we didn't have a lot going on, so we let go. So to a friend of mine, he said, yeah, he'll come and help me because he's good at landscaping and doing all of that. So I thought, everything's behind, because there is a lot, you got stoning. So Monday, me and a couple guys said, well, go give him a hand for a little bit. That's against my better judgment, because I'm not into the yard work, landscaping, rock. But I said, well, we need that, and let's get it done.
Yeah.
I went out there and figured, light up a cigar.
Think you're going to have a good time?
Well, yeah, I said, this ain't bad. I had 2 cigars, moved it around, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tuesday, went back out, and today. 3 days, so we went out 3 days, just because I could light a cigar and I do a little landscaping, got a little exercise.
I got some work to be done in my house. I'll leave you a couple cigars.
I'm telling you, so like first day I was like, man, so I really want to be out there.
What's the catch? Is there a catch to this? Or
No catch, just that, boy, I really
Wait,
enjoyed
wait.
smoking a cigar all day long.
Let me get this straight. This is the guy that tells me for the last 20 years, pay somebody to do it. It's not worth your time.
Yeah.
What are you doing it for?
Well, I was paying
It's-
someone there to do it,
it's
but he
therapeutic.
Yeah.
Right? You get out of the
Ah.
house, you relax a little bit, you smoke a little
But
cigar.
now don't get crazy, because I ain't going to be doing
Right.
it. It's just a couple hours for a couple days. And just to give him a hand moving some stuff around.
Who was
put
a
the
dandy?
fingers-
Was a dandy. Yeah. I seen pictures of him working. He was sleeping in the back
Well,
of the Subaru.
here's Danny's thing. So he comes over in the morning, he rolls in, I don't know,
Whatever
somewhere
you feel
around
like.
9 o'clock, right? He rolls around somewhere around 9. Now landscaping's outside, correct? Right? Where it is. So he makes his rounds through the kitchen. Hey, Mike,
Says
how you
hello to
doing?
everybody.
Hey, Wally, what'd you do? Hey, let me go see the ladies in the office. And
45 minutes
in
later
the
while he's
office.
on the clock.
I said, Danny, we're going. He said, all right, well, let me get a coffee. Get a coffee. So now he's there a good half hour, 45 minutes. So we go outside. I said, Danny, because he's the supervisor. We're the bulls. So we're doing. So I said, all right, what are you going to do? We're going to move this rock over there. All right, we start moving. Where's Danny? Sitting on a chair, lighting a cigar, drinking his coffee. Thinking these guys
That's the
got it
problem.
good.
That's the problem with the retired guys.
Right?
Everything's taken care of, pretty good, enjoying.
But I enjoyed smoking that cigar.
Fire me if you want to. I'm gonna have this cigar and sit
I'm
on
not
this
saying
rock.
that. He's doing a great job
No.
there with it, but he's got a whole process, his own thing. But it's all good. It's coming really nice and it's
Well,
looking good.
maybe I'll call him. I'll tell him I got some coffee, a couple cigars, put them in the yard, let him go to town. I need a pool boy. You think he would do it?
We'll do anything, yeah.
I'll have to get.
The only thing with smoking a cigar, doing that kind of work, boy, you kill the end of the cigar.
You chew it right up. I mean,
it was mangled.
I gotta cut the end of it
Yeah.
multiple times because you
Yeah.
end up chewing on it.
And
it's
biting on
going
it so it
out.
don't drop.
I know.
They
Yep.
start raking, they knock it out of my mouth.
Ash all over you.
But that was good, having a cigar in the middle of the
I'm
day.
driving through town the other day. Something that I notice more often lately, for whatever reason, see these cars. They've got like that bumper guard on the back, right? So it's something that goes into the back. I guess if you're in a big city and parking's at a premium and this and that, I don't know. When I see it,
Hit it.
I want to tattoo it a little bit, see if it works.
It's like a bullseye.
I mean, it's like an
a bullseye,
invitation.
right? Like a bullseye. All right, hit
That's
it.
what you got to do. You get a sticker, put the sticker on it, and see what happens.
Yep.
Because that person must really, put a lot of, stock into the car. They really like that car. They don't want anybody to touch it.
Either that or they're not very good people at backing up either.
Maybe it's for them and not for me. I don't know. It's just encouraging to me. I just want to see if it works.
Right?
Research and development. That's
Yeah,
what
it's like
insurance.
another
I
thing
mean, I
like
got
that.
insurance, right? That's what insurance
It's
is
like
for.
another thing, you know, the GPS. You're going somewhere, you're putting the GPS, right? And this is what I told last time I got pulled over for speeding. Putting the GPS, you know, it says wherever you're going, it says, well, you'll arrive at this time. Take this long. Well, now that's a challenge.
Well, you want to see those minutes decrease as
Well,
you're
no,
going.
it's a yeah, you think I'm not going to get there till 7:30?
Oh, so,
Watch
yeah.
this. That's not fair. Now with them,
I'm curious, what was his reaction?
He didn't care for that.
Was it? Yeah, he's not worried about
Then they
it.
gave me a warning. That's how it was good.
Well, yeah, because he already gave you 3 tickets that week.
Yeah, I put
You've
it,
been
but I
pretty
had
good.
them the
You've
license.
been pretty good though, haven't you?
I've been really good. I've been really good. It's been a couple of years that I got an actual
Well,
ticket.
you had a run there that was pretty
Ooh,
impressive.
Yeah, I did. I was in the wrong place at
You
the wrong
were
time.
almost ready to walk to work.
Yeah, right? My bicycle.
What do you mean wrong place at the wrong time?
Well, you shouldn't have been there. But another thing too, so between the GPS and they make these cars so damn good anymore, they ride so smooth.
You don't
even realize it, right? You know, I'm going back, remember years and years ago, you get in, you'd go over 60 or 65.
You sound like you're in
the wheels
You
shaking.
think you're in an airplane, I mean, but yeah. No,
you
I
just
mean,
cruise. You get on an interstate, nice road, or like especially like the turnpike.
that's how my wife's car is. Like her car is a little different than my car. I mean, my car's nice and smooth too, but I mean, when I get in hers, it's like you tap the gas and
even
before
know.
you know, you're 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, right. So that's that. But I've been pretty good at that. But that's a challenge, that damn GPS. Yeah, you watch. I'll beat 7:30.
That's noted. That
Right?
is noted. I will pay attention to that.
Pay attention to that. So watch next time you put in your GPS.
I'm gonna try that. Tell the officer. See what happens. It said I got to get there. Time it tells me to get there. Maybe a little early, right?
It's always good to be early.
That's not a bad idea.
Don't want to be late.
Not a bad idea.
Let's talk about, we got a new beer. First time with this. I never
Yeah.
had it. Cunningham Brewery Summer Ale. Really nice light taste. I don't know. You get like a little orangey.
There's something to it. Yeah,
I
there's
don't
a
know
little-
if it's
little
orange,
something
but
to it.
something, right? Little orange or citrusy, something.
There's
I like
something. I can't.
But that's
exactly.
That's an easy,
yeah, something in the
it's an
citrus
easy
line.
drinking
Nice,
beer,
nice
right?
light, nice. Yeah, you can put about 6 or 7 of
No,
those.
I can't put 6 or 7.
Sure you
It's an
could.
easy drinking beer.
You can. You just choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I got IPCPR stories from RTDA stories from years ago that says otherwise.
Yeah, probably right.
Where's Tom? He's over at the ice sculpture doing shots of Red Bull and vodka. What the hell's he doing that for?
Was there?
It was a challenge. It was a challenge.
Yeah, I
So
win
not
challenge.
that you can't. It's you may not.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yep. Back to the cigar. I really enjoyed it. I've been a little scared of it, but smoked nice. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Nice, nice cigar.
It's one of those cigars. The more you smoke of it, the smoother it gets for some reason. I don't know if you just become more, accustomed to that fuller, spicier.
I wouldn't say it's full, but it had a little. I say a
bite
bite.
to it. It's
It
got
had
a
little
definitely
bite.
definitely
Little
has a bite to it.
That's
yeah.
what I would say.
But
a bite.
the key to a lot of cigars that have bite, it's typically in that first third. Once you
True.
get past that first
And at
third,
the end, if you smoke it,
and you smoke it all the way down, but once you get into that middle portion of the cigar,
yeah.
really incredibly smooth. The flavor profile changes. So you got to give the cigar a chance.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. This is really good. I'm going to sit and finish
I'm
this
enjoying
now.
this, burning really nice,
Yep, I got a
very
little bit.
smooth, very enjoyable.
Till next week.
Yeah,
Have a great week and smoke them if you got them.
yeah. Weather's beautiful. Get outside, start smoking.